This is Keimani Latigues, a beautiful 13-year-old who lived in Toledo, Ohio with her grandmother. She was a seventh grader in Spring Elementary School and was on the honor roll, and she was expected to be given the Kindness Award. Keimani was a tomboy who loved basketball and loved to go to school. Her teachers and her friends loved her so much and said she was such a sweet girl, despite her coming from a broken home. Keimani should have been excited and getting ready to celebrate her 14th birthday, but instead, she will forever be 13. Unfortunately, Keimani never stood a chance in this cold world. She was taken from her mother at birth, for reasons unknown. At 9 months old, she was homed with her godmother, who raised her till she was about 7 or 8 years old. But for reasons unknown, her maternal grandmother took over guardianship and has been raising her for the last 5 years. During the 5 years that she lived with her grandmother Dorothy, Keimani bounced around schools as she struggled with behavioral issues, and they tried to find a better learning environment where she felt like she belonged, according to her grandmother and TBS district leaders. This raised some concern for me, especially since her teachers, bus drivers, and friends all said that Keimani would come to school with bruises and that she confided in her friends that her grandmother had caused them and that she was afraid to go home. Teachers from multiple schools said that they had made multiple reports to authorities. CSB made 2 visits to the home, but didn't see anything out the norm, and nothing was done.
She came to school with bruises on her arm. She would deal with it, but I don't think nothing happened.
Because especially in a role like education, your day doesn't end at 3:30. You take these things home with you. They weigh on you. I'm a parent myself, and I tried my best to make sure that she was removed from that environment. I think that had she been investigated more, this was looked more into, she would 100% be alive today.
I've went through this twice because the school system had contacted CSP or CSB on her behalf when she went to Bennett Academy. And they came in, they did a case study and closed it. They've stated there's a way to chastise children without physically harming them, and you need to whoop them on their behind, nowhere else. So, okay, with that in mind, I knew that.
On the night of March 17th, 2025, Keimani's grandmother left for work, leaving Keimani home alone overnight. When she returned the next morning, Keimani was gone. Dorothy said that she figured that she was at school, but there were some things that were out of place, like Keimani's keys were on the floor, along with her glasses, and she had left her pajamas out, and that's something that she usually doesn't do. This made Dorothy call the school to see if Keimani was there, but no one had seen her all day. Now, I kind of feel conflicted about this because watching Dorothy talk about this, she seems more upset that Keimani left a mess than concerned that something might have happened to her. And I feel like that she only called the school because she wasn't answering her phone. But like I said, I don't think she was concerned. I think she was just more upset about the mess. But that's just my opinion. On March 18th, 2025, Dorothy reported Keimani missing. Now, mind you, this is a whole day later after she called the school and found out that Keimani wasn't there. Dorothy said that this has never happened before and wasn't in Keimani's character. So Keimani had never ran away, she had never went missing, and she was always able to contact Keimani. So why didn't she report her missing immediately after she found out that she wasn't at school? I don't know about you, but that seems a little odd to me. Not long after, Darnell Jones, which is the father or supposed father, there's a lot of speculation behind if he was her father or not.
Father. However, her biological mother has told me on several occasions that he is not. So I don't know what to believe, but I know that he was present. He's been more present than the biological mom. And I feel deceived. Like you played for so long in my face, like you was her dad, like you really had her best interests at heart. But where is
But anyways, He went on the news and pretty much said that he was the last one to see Keimani. He said that Keimani called him that night saying she thought someone was trying to break in. So him and his cousin went over and stayed with her for a while. Now, it wasn't abnormal for him to spend time with Keimani. He spent a good bit of time with her and would take her to his home with his girlfriend and his other child on the weekends. And actually, not long before Keimani went missing, he had taken her to spend time with her birth mother. Now, there are people coming out and saying this is completely out the ordinary because her mother never had Keimani at her home and barely spent time with her, which is kind of odd if that is true. Authorities filed an abduction charge against Daryl Johnson and issued a warrant for his arrest on March 23rd, 2025. Charging documents said Jones was the last person seen with Keimani before she went missing and alleges that he gave inconsistent statements about her location and what he did with her. Now, that same day, Daryl's girlfriend and mother of his child called the police and told them that he had contacted her. So just listen to this.
The weird thing about it is because before they even showed up, he asked me to turn my cameras off. I have cameras in my house. And he asked me to turn them off. And and I was like, why would you want me to turn the cameras off? He said, because I didn't come home till 5 o'clock that morning. And he didn't want them to suspect anything because he didn't show up till 5. And I'm like, well, thinking in my head, I'm like, well, if you don't have anything to hide, then why should I turn the cameras off? And I didn't, but he thought I did. Police took us downtown and questioned us. I came back home before he did, and my family that was here informed me that he hid something under my stairs in my basement. So I called the detectives, and they came and did a search warrant and grabbed it. And once he noticed those were gone, that was the last time I seen him.
What did he hide under your stairs?
It was like a mat for the back of your truck, not a pickup, but SUV. You know, when you lay your seats down and you put that rubber mat in there to protect the back of your seats in case you're hauling something. That's what he rolled up and put in my basement. And his work boots, which were caked with mud. I never seen him put it under there, but I wasn't about to hold no evidence for him or nothing.
On March 24th, the following day, investigators found Keimani's body on the second floor of an abandoned, burned home. She had been essayed, her hands were cut off, and her neck was cut to the point that she was almost decapitated. Once Keimani's body was found, authorities also charged Daryl with murder and felony assault. Law enforcement agencies were still looking for him at this time, until his girlfriend told them that he had called from Columbus. The following day, March 25th, police found Daryl.
Dude, show me your hands right now. Pull your hand out of your. I swear to God, pull your.
He's got 33 right there.
33 in his hand.
No, it's a walkie-talkie, but there's 33s right here. Don't you move or you're gonna get shot, okay?
I just want to die, bro.
No, I know, but we can't allow that.
Detectives said that they have interviewed Daryl and have received a lot of information. At this time, he is still being charged with Keimani's murder. Detectives still haven't revealed if anyone else is involved or not. The only thing they have said is that they are still investigating and there is a lot of information to go over. Now, with that being said, I do feel like Dorothy, her grandmother, had something to do with this. Or she at least knows something. Or knew something. And for one, I say this because she showed no emotion, and I not once saw her cry over her grandbaby. Not while she was missing, and not when she was outside the home where she waited to find out if it was Keimani's body inside. And not even when she found out that it was Keimani in the home and what was done to her. Which is crazy. I mean, I know everyone handles grief differently, and maybe I didn't see all of the footage. Maybe she did have a reaction after, but I don't know. I didn't see anything in all the interviews. She just looked unbothered and more upset about all the rumors that were swirling around about her. But in all actuality, everyone failed this baby. She deserved so much more. Her mother failed her. Her grandmother failed her. Her father, who was supposed to be her protector, failed her. The system failed her. The whole world failed this baby, and everyone knew something was wrong. I also feel like it was crazy that the system even let the grandmother take guardianship when she had also lost custody of her own children time and time again. My heart just breaks for this little girl, and I hope everything comes to light and everyone is charged and receives what they deserve. And I hope they never have any peace. Let me know what you guys think about this case. I will be keeping my eye on this case and for any updates. And let's all just pray that everyone who hurt this baby is held accountable. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. And I'll see you next time.